When we first learned that this game would have something to do with Zygarde, we were taken to the not so good old days when this Pokemon was completely robbed of a meaningful role in Gen 6, where it was just a prize at the end of the tunnel, and even in Gen 7 where it got its forms, but it was just a collecting side quest basically. We are finally getting something substantial about the lore of this Pokemon in a main game, an actual main Pokemon game, and what I'm wondering actually is, why does it care about us? So hey, I'm not so a stranger, and why? Let's get into it. We still haven't seen a lot of Zygarde in Pokémon Legends Z-A, with us simply witnessing a scene where its 10% form is watching over the city of Lumiose, or more specifically, seems to be gazing at the magnificent Prism Tower. We have also, of course, seen a Zygarde cell slithering on top of a building, which hints at that collecting side quest once more, the only difference being that here it is very likely a collecting main quest, so not just something you can ignore and carry on with your closing life, so be ready for that. So, while we haven't seen a lot of these Pokemon either now or before, we do have some new information, or some information not necessarily just new, on the official Pokémon Legends Z-A website that can kinda point us in a specific direction. Like I'm pointing you to the like, subscribe and join button, but the official website tells us that this Pokemon has taken a special interest in us, while also asking the same question we're asking ourselves. What is this Pokemon's role in the story? Me, on the other hand, I'm asking a very different question to you. Do you believe that Zygarde will have new forms in this game? Let me know down below. I'll start by the easy part, Zygarde's role in the game. This Pokemon's purpose is to monitor the ecosystem, to check for abnormalities, and in the end, battle those who threaten it, in order to eliminate those threats. Its cells are always on the lookout, and whenever something seems off and it seems like there might be a fight, they call upon each other and merge to form Zygarde's 10% form. Since we see this form in the trailer, we already know that they have indeed found something unsettling in Lumiose City, and Zygarde is there to check things out and neutralize whatever's happening. That's the whole purpose of this Pokemon, its role amidst all the other legendaries and mythicals, so we know that it is the reason why it is there. Maybe the reason it never did a thing in X and Y was because it happened all of a sudden, the imbalance would be created after. In Alola, the whole Ultra Beast thing was actively happening through the Aether Foundation, and so we found it monitoring the region. This last one is very likely the case in Z-A. Like I said, something is actively happening. What this thing is not really hard to guess, at least at first glance. There's a redevelopment happening in Lumiose City, so Zygarde is very likely right there in order to make sure that whatever's going on is not threatening the ecosystem or the balance between ecosystems, and make sure that Pokemon are alright. Still, from what we saw in the trailer, Zygarde's probably gonna leave empty-handed, because the thing is being done in order to strengthen the bonds between people and Pokemon, meaning that it is pretty harmless and likely is only gonna bring good things to the world, right? Well, like I mentioned on the previous video, it's very likely that there are hidden motives to this redevelopment. And while I can say and don't really believe that everyone at Quasartico might be at fault, I do have a suspect. Check this video out to know more. But what matters is that Zygarde likely has a reason to believe that to be the case as well. Something isn't right in this new Lumiose City. In fact, it even crossed my mind that things might be happening in order to lure Zygarde there, but I'll leave that to another video. But that kinda solves why Zygarde is there, or at least gives us a general idea, but it still leaves the quote-unquote why us question unsolved. So why us? Why did this Pokemon take a special interest in us? We're just a random person just sightseeing there, right? And I do believe that that's one of the important factors. We are from outside, we have no connections or aren't connected to anything happening in Lumiose City. I do think that this might also be the reason why we see Zygarde atop Hotel Z in the trailer, as this place seems to have been kind of like forgotten or left behind by the technological uplifting of the Colossean metropolis, and it was likely by AZ's will. The other reasons I can see for Zygarde having this special interest in us are our potential and our connections. From the trailer, we can see that we'll likely be involved in 3 important things. We meet at Quasartico with our rival, so we are likely going to have access to the company in a specific way that most people don't have. We are also probably going to be investigating something together with Lucas or Emma's bureau, something that very likely will be connected to strange happenings in Lumiose City, and will be tied to whatever the promotion matches are at the Prism Tower, which I feel will be connected to Quasartico as well, with Mega Evolution and research on it playing a role in this strange feature too. Again, it's a topic I'll talk about in a future video. This, together with our potential as a trainer and potential relationships with Pokemon, something that Zygarde in itself can spy on, is likely also going to play a role in the other Pokemon choosing us as its partner for this adventure in this new strange Lumiose City. We'll be able to make our way through promotion matches and likely get access to places other trainers can't, likely in Quasartico, and also through the Investigation Bureau and its connections. We're probably gonna see some weird places as well. We're gonna be pretty awesome basically, and Zygarde is gonna know that pretty well as well. If what we see in the trailer is correct and we do have the Mega Bracelet already when we reach Lumiose by train and are even wearing a jacket that seems to be connected to some kind of quote-unquote Mega team, it's possible that we're already a known trainer somehow. It is also possible, and this has crossed my mind as well, that there's some kind of rule preventing Pokemon from entering Lumiose City unless they're authorized to do so, explaining why we seem to have the Mega Bracelet, something that is likely only trusted to trainers that have some experience, yet we have no first partner Pokemon. Nah, can't say it like that. No starter Pokemon when we arrive. The city's getting too far ahead, with them likely taking what's old and stripping it of its essence in order to fund the whole technological upgrade. We're probably gonna see something play out where they want to do the same thing to Hotel Z, with AZ standing firm against it. It's clear from how the hotel looks on the outside, plus the whole decor on the inside, that AZ is swimming against the tide of what's happening in the city. And basically, if Quasartico and the whole redevelopment are going from A to Z, then AZ and the Hotel Z are 100% going from Z to A, if you do understand what I'm saying. So Zygarde is there because it feels it knows that something bad is happening, and it is approaching us because we are outsiders and we probably have a lot of potential as trainers, known or unknown, and also have good connections with the Investigation Bureau and also Quasartico and our relationship with AZ most likely. But hey, that is all I have for you today for now, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. But before I go, I want to thank my YouTube members Dash Plays and Yahtzee and Twitch subscriber Anubis and Zanes 222 for going that extra mile. From the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much.